Wait a minute. Yes, you have clicked the right thumbnail. He's a recommended guy. Now the name is Prathmesh. He has been recommended from 2 AFSB Mysore, and his SSB was on 20th of August for the batch 2021 January for logistic and admin. So I've requested him to share his experience of recommendations. So finally the first guy who can come to me, actually he is my senior, he is my college senior, he was a very good friend of mine, and we have hung out a lot. Okay, so I have convinced him to share his experience towards you guys. Okay, so I want you to watch the video fully, because he is going to talk some serious talks, because he is a 8-time, like it's his 8th attempt, fine, 7-time repeater, hardcore repeater, what we can say, fine. So he has a hell lot of experience about it. So he is going to talk some very important informations for you guys. Okay, so I want you to watch the video fully. Okay, and also giveaway का जो details है I'll be mentioning in the middle of the video, so watch it fully. So I am planning to make 5 videos or 4 videos, ठीक है, depending on his everyday experience, because एक वीडियो में everything stretch करना is like I don't want it to be very lengthy, fine. So आपको भी बोर हो जाएगा, इसलिए I am making 4 videos, fine, 4 videos for you guys, so that you can have a little break in between also, so you can have a full motivation to watch that video also, fine. And I would request you to watch all the videos जो कार्ड में दे रखे, क्योंकि everything is interlinked. Okay, अगर भैया explain कर रहे हैं आपको individual obstacle के बारे में, तो I have made another video of it, so I want you to watch that also, and then सारी चीज़ आपको ये समझ में आएगी.
Hi friends, I am Prathmesh and I have got recommended from 2 AFSB Mysore for 2021 batch for Air Force Academy. I can say that I am a repeater. I have given 7 attempts, and this was my 8th attempt in which I got recommended. Friends, I request you to watch this video completely, so that you can't miss anything, because I'm going to share a lot good experiences what I had, and that may help you, and that can trigger your life as well. Before going further, I want you all to subscribe this channel and support Rahul for his work, and do watch all the videos which have been assigned on this channel, because that may help you to crack your SSB with very bright colors and with a flying note, I can see. It was an COVID experience which I was going through, and I can see that before AFSB I had an SSB on my 1st of August in Visakhapatnam. That was my SSB there for Indian Navy. After that, after coming home, I was been quarantined for 13 days, and then the journey for FSB was started. Like after getting quarantined for 14 days, I undertook an RT-PCR test, which was mandatory at that time to carry for an AFSB. After taking that test, I went for AFSB. I booked my flight. I went to Mysore, and you can get. I was lodged. I had lodged there because I have traveled previous day. As I can say that there are many options which you can take. Mysore is a big city, and previously in that 7 attempts I had an experience of going to Mysore, so I was a bit sure that I can handle out in COVID also. I booked a hostel and I went there, and that was the thing what I can say about lodging and all. After going there, on the next morning I had to report to AFSB. Next morning on 20th August, which was my reporting day, I reached the Decathlon in front of Decathlon to AFSB, and it was like 6 in the morning, where you have to report with your hall ticket, which was been given to you at your exam, and as well as your call letter, as well as I can say that your ID card, and the thing would be like COVID negative certificate, which was mandatory at that moment. And there was Arogya Setu app, which was also there, which we with a green status where you have traveled. Then when you go there, they used to not touch us or never touch our document. They just saw, and sanitizer and mask as well as your gloves were compulsory, which you have to carry, and throughout your SSB you have to put it. That was a compulsion which was being given to us. Then after checking our documents, we were routed to the examining hall after the breakfast. Then after going to an examining hall, they gave us some details, as we were very less, so they took up to examining hall to give about chess numbers and all. So once the chess numbers were been allotted to us, as being a repeater, I can say that we got chess numbers which were pretty last, and we had to wait a lot. Then we were taken up for a screening. In screening, I would rather say that the screening was personally divided for me, was divided into 4 sections. That is very important thing what I want you all to understand, because screening is not just an exam, or SSB purely is not an exam, it's a subset of your life. So I can say that for me the screening was particularly, it was a target for me. So I divided my target into 4 shots. The first thing was the OIR, the second was my PP and DT, the third was giving an narration of that story whichever I wrote, and the fourth was a group discussion. So I planned for all 4, and the first and foremost I request you all when you go to your SSB is that never take a shot at once. Like it is like whole of when people ask me, or when I used to go at first, I used to see SSB as one shot. There would be like screening, and there will be one more exam, that would be the second phase, or GTO, psych and your interview. But the whole SSB is not like that. The screening has its own importance of 4 things. So you have to give one shot at a time, and each shot has its own importance. Like OIR will always help you in recommendation. So your OIR should be very perfect. That you should be like, yes, my OIR would be 1 and I am going to get screened in. That should be your shot when you are giving OIR. And once an OIR exam, or OIR is an only exam I can see in the whole process. Other things are your I can say that I would rather say it would be your good experience that would you take forward, rather than examining kind of thing. So once you are done with your OIR, don't think about it when you come out of it. In OIR also, I would say that I would explain this in different videos when Rahul will ask me in different specific videos. I would rather tell you how to tackle OIR, how to what kind of questions will come, particularly in OIR, and that was my aim, and I cracked my OIR with 45 plus, as 50 questions were there. So I was damn sure that I will be in OIR 1. Then the next target for me was writing a story. Now the writing good stories will make you very effective in your narration. Once you have a very good story, then only you can narrate it very confidently. And I would rather say that your personal experiences, your experiences about your life will help you to write a very good story. There is a particular way to write a story. There's a particular details to highlight. So you have to very keenly think on it, keenly note that down and prepare it. See, preparation, I would say that preparing it for 15-20 days will help you to execute it. But preparing from the day when you thought to be an officer will prepare you mentally. So that mental preparation must be there. So that I can say that helped me a lot, and I took it when I joined my job 1 year. So I seriously noted everything in my mind, whatever I was doing, whatever I was experiencing, whether it may be good or bad. So that thing helped me in the whole process of my SSB. And I would say that after writing a good story, when the picture was hazy, I was very targeted. Like when I saw picture very clearly, okay, this, what I am seeing, what I am observing, I kept that in my mind. And when I was bringing that on my paper, I was very sorted with my thing. Like I was knowing what to write, whom to write, where to write, and what all I have to highlight. and what stories must be and what the things should go on. So I was very alert at that moment. I was not thinking about anything else. I was not going in any flow. I was very patient, very settled at that moment. When I wrote the story, I was like, I'm done with my title. Now just I have to go and narrate. The thing I would say that my experience of my 7 attempts would help me a lot, because that was the thing that was a very good teacher for me when I was giving my narration. When I went inside, I was very good at and confident on my story that whatever I will speak it in a very good way. The thing was like how to capture that thing and tell it to people. Firstly when I entered the room, the thing what I remembered, I would say that from my past experience and all, I would say that listen to the assessors very carefully. That is like when they tell you something that is for certain reason. There will be 3 assessors who will be sitting in front of you. One will be your GTO, and other will be a psychologist, and other person will be an IO. So these 3 assessors, the GTO or the psychologist will be the person who will tell you the whole process of the narration and the group discussion. So at that moment I would request you all to listen it very keenly, very carefully, because each word whatever he utters is very important. Because once in that video when Rahul has given about screening, he would have shared with you all what all things about screening are there, what assessor speaks out. That all words you have to keep that in your mind. What assessor is speaking is an ultimate for you. So once you go, you settle, he will tell you how the narration goes on and all. Then I would tell that I will give you a trick here. You have to observe each and every chess numbers who is sitting from top to down in I can say in 10 to 15 seconds. See them. After seeing in their eyes, you will find out people who are confident in you. That I can say that depends on you how you take people. Then see and give smile to the people such like you feel that they are confident in you. I am telling in you just because that when people looks at you, they just give you a gesture. They smile, they see, they nod their head and all. Then see such people, identify them, keep in your mind this guy is a person where I can see him, I can tell him he will listen me in group discussion. That is the first trick you have to keep in your pocket. Okay, that once that is done, then you are ready for your narration. Don't utter any narration in your mind for whichever speaker you can be. Either you are first speaker, you will be confident, you will give your narration, it will come out. But if you are in center, that is a place when you will get panicked. You will not listen first 5 speakers whatever they are speaking. You will just recite your things in your mind. I would say that is a thing which you have to avoid till the 4 speakers. Okay, till 4 speakers, listen to them very carefully. Okay, and pick out the points what you want to use in your group discussion. Okay, like if one speaker is giving giving a title in one way, the second speaker is giving in some other way. He has told something very logical. What you you have grasped it or you have left it in your story. Grasp it, take it and keep it with you. Okay, while giving your narration, once the next to you person of before you, the speaker, he speaks out, then it's your narration time. You just recite, practice it, confidently give it. Because what we people do is like we people just practice of narration, and that practice we will end up till our attempt comes. Okay, so that attempt will come when 6 to 4 people are done. So that reciting and all that makes you very panic. And whenever you are speaking, once you are cut in that flow, you will think what you have to speak. In that time, then the assessors will say next. Okay, why I'm telling you is that I got 2 times I got screened out just because of this. When I was like I was reciting my thing, and ultimately I was remembering thing what I have written, and it happened that I forgot 2 to 3 points and I got stuck, and it went on like I was uttering and all that stuff. So that brought my confidence down, and I was not able to perform good in my group discussion. So this is very important, that you give your narration very fluently and in a one go. That would be the very first impression, and you are the only person who is speaking. See, in screening, the narration carries out very good marks, because at that moment it is a very good marks from your end also, because that is the only moment or that is the only window where you alone is speaking rather than others are speaking with you. In group discussion you may get chance or you may not, but in this you will always be having that window to speak up. So that I would say that is the second trick what I would request you to do, that would help you out. And then the last part, I would say that a group discussion, once you are done with your things, don't be in hurry to be a first speaker or second speaker. See, that doesn't matter at all. Your speaking quality is very important, how you are speaking. Here I would say that in group discussion, I being from telecommunication branch and engineer, most of the people who are cracking nowadays are engineers, okay? So I would say that you may know the basic waveforms, or 12th guys, you also know the basic waveforms. The wave will always transmit and receive for a time, and then again transmit. So keep that thing in mind, okay? So that was sorted in my mind always, like transmit and receive, transmit and receive. So I used to do like that only. For first two speakers, for first 10 seconds, I gave myself a comfort time. I saw everyone, I made eye contacts with them, and I saw what others are speaking. I was not in hurry to speak. Once I was done with like two guys, it was my time to go in. I was with a very good noise, a good voice I can say, and firmly I spoke with the point, like the thing. I will tell you one trick here. I think Rahul have mentioned that trick there also. Like whenever you have to start, you have to never start with number of characters, because that's normal, that everyone takes it. Okay, number of characters, what they are seeing, female, male, or how many people are there. The thing is like what an assessor would take would be your title. Okay, so pitch your title whenever you are speaking. So be the third or fourth speaker. Pitch your title, like pitch it, come out. Like gentlemen, I can see that pitching, there is a way to pitch it also. Like it should not be that my title is this. I would rather feel that we have to go in this with this title. I would say use some support for your titles. Like if you are making a story around the children's, people have seen, everyone will see what you will observe, because everyone have a same eyes. Okay, so what you have to say that I am seeing that there are 3 children who are playing in the playground. That will always add a meaning to your observations. Like you are seeing the background first. What is going on in the background? How many people are telling? You are telling what others are telling only. Okay, so that is very important when we go through background. Okay, so that is what comes on. And in group discussion, put your points, because that is an open-ended group discussion. You have to reach to a conclusion. Sorry, that is not an open-ended group discussion, that is a closed-ended group discussion, where you have to go to a group consensus and you have to reach to a group story. Okay, so for the reaching to this group story, you have to be very crisp, because your group has to be very good at that moment. So at that moment in group discussion, understand that it is a group discussion, not an debate, nor at anything. Don't go in fight with anyone that my thing is good or your thing is good. Okay, so you have to support other point logically. Logic is very important in defense. Like why you are supporting his point is very important. If the other person is telling that we will go with a story, if we are seeing two people are talking, we'll take an example, two people are talking, and he's telling that we'll go with a story where one person is sharing his experience with other about SSB. Okay, we'll take a story in that way. Now you have to check out that how you have to bring that person. So at that moment you can build up, using his title you can build up a story. So you have to add and make that story very constructive. That is very important in group discussion. To making a story very constructive is very important. So I would request, and rather in the further coming videos also, Rahul will also explain you how to write a story, what storyline should be, what all details should it contain and all. And definitely you will practice, you will do it, you will learn from your experience and you will do it. So that's all about screening.
So this was it about the first day of his screening. Okay, I hope that you have gained a lot of experience of his, and tips and tricks जो भी भैया ने दिए थे, ठीक है, आपको बहुत समझ में आए होंगे. Fine. So coming back to the point, Prathmesh wanted me to give something to you guys, okay, and also I was thinking something like this, so he boosted my confidence to do something like this, okay. So what we are planning at this moment is, so I have a lot of ebooks, right? For example, कर्नल MM नेहरू का नो फ्रिल्स एकेडमी का SSB बुक, SSB गाइड जो है उनकी बुक, जो कि उन्होंने पर्सनली लिखी है, ठीक है. फिर SSB क्रैक के ई बुक फॉर SSB एंड ई बुक फॉर OIR, एंड डिफेंस डाइट एजुकेशन का जो बुक है उनका OIR के लिए, एंड 2 more OIR के e-books है मेरे पास. फाइन. सो ऑल दिस गिव अवे along with one physical book that is my favorite book, that is for maths preparation for every kind of examination. For example, CDS हो गया, AFCAT हो गया, CAPF हो गया, SSC CGL हो गया. सो फास्ट ट्रैक की ऑब्जेक्टिव अरिहंत की पब्लिकेशन जो है, ठीक है, ये बुक, ये फिजिकल बुक जो है, ये फिजिकल बुक जो मैं प्रोवाइड करने वाला हूँ. सो ऑल दिस इज फॉर यू गाइस. फाइन, ऑल दिस इज फॉर यू गाइस. सो व्हाट इज द कॉन्टेस्ट, what you have to do for this moment? सब्सक्राइब करना है चैनल को, लाइक करना है, शेयर करना है. Comment one question that you felt that yes, this is the question which you need to ask to Prathmesh. Fine, because he is a recommended guy and we are planning to make another video for it also, in which FAQs रहेंगे. आप ही के questions उठा के मैं उनसे पूछूंगा. Fine, so he is going to give the answers for that. So एक comment करना है, and you need to follow 2 Instagram handles जो कि मैं दिखा रहा हूँ. एक मेरा है, एक मेरा दोस्त का है जो कि क्लोजली काम कर रहा है इस चैनल के लिए. फाइन, ही इज माय फ्रेंड, ही इज माय कलीग. ओके, सो आपको इन दोनों को भी फॉलो करना है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू हैव दिस, वी आर गोइंग टू चेक दिस 20th of November. 20th of November को FAQ का वीडियो आएगा, उसी में भैया पिक करेंगे एक विनर जो कि फिजिकल बुक के साथ सारे ई बुक को प्रोवाइड करने वाले हम लोग, एंड बाकी के 10 जो क्वेश्चंस होंगे, बाकी जो भी 10 क्वेश्चंस होंगे उन सबको ई बुक्स प्रोवाइड करने वाला हूं मैं पर्सनली. Fine, so this is it. This is a sweet kind of gesture from my side to you guys, so that you can feel motivated. So that is it. Yeah, if you have not subscribed, I want you to subscribe this channel.